Guys, because this is going to be quite a long video with lots of material, I put this introduction to explain you who should look this, what, who should not, why, where, and so on and so on. So first of all, yeah, if you are absolutely intolerant to this non-US, non-UK accent, then yeah, it's not for you. Well, if you know what these trim tabs are, this one, and you can see the next one there, and you are interested about Lenco tabs, will they work for me, for my board, for example. In my case, we consider 5 meters board. Then you probably need to look everything in this video, maybe except the part where I found some water inside the air bunk. Otherwise, you will find something that you cannot find anywhere else, especially in advertise. If you don't know what these trim tabs mean and you just come to understand what should you do in order to have your board going straight, then you can probably scroll through different parts of this video. I put in description as much as possible. Otherwise the data is not well structured, because it's not my business. I'm just sharing with you my experience, and I'm just doing filming while I'm installing this, and then just combine everything in one big video. So we have the following board produced by Finnish manufacturer. I think in English it's called fiberglass board. It is 5 meters or 16 feet. So the outboard is Mercury 50. Now you can see the transom, and you can see I have the layers or stairs, how it's called correctly. This I don't use anymore. Let's point how it's built here. So you can see the open place is there, and actually I can also access this place. So any screw bolts that goes there, I can also access them, so they're above the water line. But of course here we will have the water line. Yeah, from another side we don't have access to anything here. So my first concern will be either we will come with drilling to here or there. So that's we will need to check and find out. So 5 meters or 16 feet board, this one, and we are going to try to install 9 by 9 inches tops, Lenco tops here. The original set, if someone interested, and I don't know if there is information about it in internet. So you have the user manual, this plate 9 by 9 inches, so couple actuators. They are electrical, I think, as you know, so you just change polarity to for either direction, up or down. Yep, and they are coming in this way with prepared for Deutsch connectors. So the second one, so we have 2 cables, so you connect one somewhere there to the switching panel. I don't know yet, because, well, I tell you later. And this you connect to actuators. So why they did this way? Because before you connect them, you have an option to put wires through the hole in your transom, and then you put these Deutsch connectors. It's very easy, and it's the set of all you need to connect it to your transom. I think I don't open this, and there is the second plate. Yeah. And now let's see what is written on the box, so that you know in case if this information is not covered anywhere. I honestly don't know. So it's like universal top. It says that you can see what exactly you have in the board somewhere on the packaging. I think it's here. Yeah, it's here. So that is the set that you have, and you can find out what does it mean, like here. I think I need to change here, so you can find out what means this set here. I have the first one, the smallest one for this board, and then you can also check for which board is suitable. In my case, I have 16 feet or 5 meters board, so that kit should be suitable. In my opinion, this plate is a little bit small, but I don't know, they told that it's the right one. We will see at the end of this video. The set comes without any switching panel, or how they call this, because they have different options, but in my case I bought it first to try the idea if this board, I remind, this board 5 meters or 16 feet will work well with this system. So that's why I will do my own cheap switching box with just 2 switches, buttons, and junction box. You will see. So we need just to test the idea first. So I couldn't find the right button in my garage, so I have to select from what we have here, and that is the only one. Yeah. So for €5.50. And we need this one on the right. Yeah. On, off, on, not that one. So I found this switch, which is on, off, on in how it's called, brackets. No, brackets is something in my teeth, and this has some other English definition, but I forgot. So but it means that it's not permanently on, so it means when you push it goes back, and we need this because we don't want to stuck in that position. So on, off, on. But the most important, because this is the principle of the motor, you change polarity and it changed the direction. So the most important that you need the switch, which is called, can you see it now, DPDT, 6 pins. And then we have like cross wiring here, plus minus here, and 2 ends to the actuator, to the motor. I will show you. Here you have the user manual, which explain how to install this correctly on your transom, and we will now check if my transom following the same lines. It looks like it is, so I'm happy. Probably I can find the right position with this drawing, because that's the biggest challenge for my board where I install it, because I told you in the beginning about the layer stairs and all other stuff I have there, and that I don't want that screws here in this place will be in air bunks. I want them on the direction, I want them go through to the place where I have free access and it's above the water line and not in the air bunks. So basically that's the main problem and the main challenge. So let's go and compare how it fits and what we will get. And here we have few important things, notes. So one is quite easy about this dimension from the hull. It's explained here. It's like for the water going easy, and for the storage. One thing I didn't understand in advance, and then probably I should tell you that when they are not engaged, when they are not used, they are in this position, not in that position. So when they walk, they are in that position. When they don't work, they're in this position, not like that. So that's why you have to have this spacing here. And then we have other notes, important notes about the chine, which is absolutely new definition for me, but it means it's a sharp change in the angle on the hole. So we have it here, yes. So we should not place anywhere here and not close to that place. To be exactly, it says 1 to 4 inches from the edge of the hinges. The edge means this one. And the last point about, again, it's new for me, it's called strake edges. By the way, about the aviation, yeah, hello our flying friend. We just boating. We can fly on our boat, but probably with these tops, yeah, they called right correctly tops, we can fly. Let's see. So 2 inches, you can overlap with this edge as long as, again, it's 2 inches from here. So we have 2 of them here, yes, one and second one, but this is fully bottom, you can do nothing here. So we start from there. Basically we have only one place for the tops on this board, and this will be place here, so that this edge will be somewhere in the middle. Even if it's not 2 inches, we have no choice. So that one, I have to remove this, and then I can check more precisely where we get. Yeah, so I explain you. So I want that this part comes somewhere where I have access. So here, not to the air bank. Chine or China, chain. It's actually not that place, but it's just this edge where it's changed this way. It's written in this manual because I was looking for the chine definition in some other place, and it was explained that it's changing in this direction. I don't know why. And about these edges, it's like this point, not the whole part, not this part, but this point. So from this point you should consider where you are. So keep this in mind, because I performed some extra research after I already cleaned this place. That's why I put it here in the video. Just temporarily connected this way because it's quick. So, and yeah, I do the second time, that's why we have some marks already there. But let me show you. If I place it somewhere here, the only place we have, it looks like everything is fine about wires and connection going through this place of the transom, which means not to the air bank but into the free part. I don't know, is it about the Finnish board and Finns who built that well according to some standards, or about Lenco who is building also according to some standards, so that it fits even the Finnish board. I think quite well. We will see it. Yeah, both are good, and Finns and Americans, of course. So I put some mark here because first I was doing this video not in English just a couple minutes ago. It's just the idea, not the exact pattern yet, because I want to check about all these dimensions just to get the idea. But for sure we will be in that area. It's just depending where. 1 to 4 inches here. We have about 2.5 here. Yeah. So if we're going 4, well, it's already that edge. Anyway, we have only that option to install, and it says about 2 inches before this strake. Was it strike edge? So 2 inches, but of course we can understand without even the line that is more than 2, so 3 was something we have here. And we have another, this edge, strake. So, and again, if we are ending here, so 2 inches, it's about to hit this edge, but again from that edge, and it's not clear actually from this point, from this or from the middle, but doesn't matter, about 2 inches we have, so 2 inches from the end of the hinge we have about here. And anyway, it's the only option how we can place. Moving there, we will be closer to this edge, and I don't want to remove this one. I think it is below the water line. Yeah, I don't want to touch this place. I think it's not a problem. So anyway, and this dimension we will check later, and I realized that actually this job is not handy to do alone, so you really need to find someone to help. That's why it's moving to another day, but interesting point, guy, for you, it's still today. And you can now see that we have the problem here. We are going to lose this sensor for sure. Yeah. So yeah, I have a couple Lawrence units here and there. There I use the sensor which is inside, mounted inside under the floor, and here I have the sensor also somewhere there, the second one under the floor, but then I cannot sense the temperature, and that's what I don't like. Moreover, this sensor is very good. I have to think. The sensor that I have now inside on the epoxy, it was here previously. It didn't work well in that location, but at least the temperature it could sense, so probably something the same I have to figure out there. Yeah, it will not going to work well about the chart plotter, not chart plotter, but fish finder, I think, but at least the temperature I have to think. By the way, I have to clean the surface from the old epoxy, and I will use multi-tool Makita. About this part, I removed this metal piece, and the sensor, it's there. Fortunately, this layer will not interfere with my top, as I can see, like that. I can show you, yeah. So fortunately, lucky star. So, and about the parallel, to be parallel to the hull. So if we take this point there and that point there, you can see it's can't be called parallel. So if we go here, so you can see that is the point, that is about the point where we have a piece which is straight, but it's quite close to this edge, and we should have 2 inches from it. And if I install it closer to the bottom, then the actuator goes here. It's inconvenient. Actually, it's better to start from the place of the actuator and then figure out where the tabs will be. So yeah, I will now decide. I will put the line here. It's like 1 centimeter or 3 by 8 inches, as said in the manual. I will put the line here or here. I will figure out, and let's see. You can see I put marks 2 inches from this edge and from that edge. So, and now we can see, so we can only begin from this point, not closer to the left, but closer to the but we can start either from here or from there, from right. So, and if we start like this, yeah, it's not exactly parallel, but I think it's fine. What does it mean? It means that I should take measurements from the point which is close to the water, not from here. You should take measurements not from here. No. wait a moment. Exactly, you should do the measurement from this point, this 1 centimeters or 3 by 8 inches, if you want. Yeah. So, and it means when we take this 1 centimeters from the bottom, we should make these measurements from that point where we have like open space, from here, not from that point. Well, actually it's not that simple like in the advertise. Yeah, you can see I designed this construction to simulate a water surface. Look, we have this note here in the user manual, well, and we anyway understand that of course the tops should be on some distance from the water. They tell about 1 centimeters here in the beginning, we know this. Yeah, I put this here and then a kind of parallel to the hole, because you have seen that we don't have the exact parallel place to make it exactly parallel there. So but then for the 9 inches we should have on another end this distance 1.6 centimeters about. So I simulated the surface of the water with this construction. I don't really know how they can do this with just lines and rules. And actually, because I temporarily connected it this way, I have this 1.8 centimeters here, almost the same. So when they touch the surface of the simulated water, that's the distance that we need. So, and let's look how it goes. So can you see? Wait a moment. No, I think it's better something like that. Yeah, so we are trying to place it. It's really inconvenient to do alone. So if it touches surface of the water, so and the clearance we need. But if we are trying to do this by the line, I draw there, on the line I draw there, then you can see the actuator. Can you see? I hope is over there. So you can see how many challenges is here. We should really find some compromise so that it fit, and the only compromise is moving in that direction. Yeah, but then the layers come here. I can't show all details anyway, because it's just about, you don't need it because it's just about my specific board. So can you actually see everything what I show? So, but after I done, I will show the result. Maybe I will show something between the final result. Let's focus once again about this bolts. So it's for a simple installation, temporary. So you just select the bolt of the length you need according to the user manual. I mean this part of the user manual. Yeah, and then bolts just will touch this surface, and it's easier to figure out. Then you don't need the rule, you just touch by bolts. I have 2 millimeters more. More is better than less. Hey, my dear cat, what do you think about this place for the tops? Hey, you are in the wrong place. What about the tops? Well, it wasn't easy. You can see we marked, even with a helper, we marked several times, but finally we ended here. And there is another note in the user manual about this distance. I don't understand the ground of this requirement. Well, if I think more, probably I can understand, but you should not exceed this distance, 35.6 centimeters. And actually, well, we are at the edge of that limit, because the actuator will be there, and 35 and 6 somewhere here. Yeah, if I would understand why is that requirement, then probably I can explain. I can do some adjustments, but you know, whenever you ask Lenco, actually Brunswick, well, you ask Lenco about some technical details, more or less, that are not covered in the user manual, they always respond, this data is eternal for the Brunswick. Well, thank you, a lot of help from your side. Well, so you can see, if we put it here, yeah, so then we have actuator there. Yep, so it's quite a distance. It's, well, it's about the required maximum, but I cannot be sure. Well, anyway, I believe that's the only place. Yeah, too much things to consider about where the actuator comes, not to touch your layer, the sensor we lost. Probably the transom is too short, or probably hands are too short, I don't know. Well, let's see. So I assembled another one, because the previous one we just used to check the position. The right way to put bolts from this side and nuts from that side, it said in the user manual. However, first please connect the bracket and the actuator, otherwise it will be difficult, or maybe even not possible for you to put this bolt later when it's all connected here. So first actuator and the bracket, and then these nuts. Yeah, I don't know why they did it so tight here. Well, this data is eternal for Brunswick. And another moment, there is nothing about the moment for this bolt. This place is constantly moving, as you understand. Usually designers do a metal, should I say, pipe here in the middle for the clearance, so the clearance stay the same. But here, if you tied it more, then it's tough place here. If you lose it, well, I think you won't lose the nut, because it's with the plastic inside. It's like self-locking, I think, nut called. But anyway, the right way would be to put the metal pipe, I don't know how it's called, here in between to keep the clearance constantly. I don't know why Lenco haven't done this. This data is eternal for Brunswick. I'm thinking about test this first, if it works, by connecting these reverse. Let's see. So, ow. What's wrong? Yeah, it gives sparks. Yeah, well, I don't know the power consumption. So you can see. So if we use plus, if we use white for plus, then it goes that direction. Yeah, and that is reverse. Yeah, well, it gives spark. I don't want to test with with the battery anymore. Yeah, I need to make some kind of switch to test it. Yep, let's see. Well, if the data is about power consumption, it's so top secret, eternal to Brunswick, or the question about is there any protection against constantly applied DC is also secret. Let's test ourselves. Okay. Well, you notice that the motor continue rotating even when the actuator is fully. Well, I opened this one, but I test on this side because there I have simulation of the water. I believe it will be somewhere here. Yeah. Well, of course not super scientific, but I'm trying to show you that it has just quite slight opening, would I say. Yeah, so you understand what I'm trying to show. I put them, let's say, on the same plane, and yeah, you can see the difference between fully closed and fully opened. Yes, guys, not super scientific, just for the demo to show you that is just slightly, yeah. Well, I don't know, let's see. Well, you noticed something about 2.5 amperes, I believe, and yeah, I'm quite surprised that that's the whole distance it goes. That's probably why you have that. They have this requirement about 35 centimeters height, because probably if you put it more, not like here, but like there somewhere, it will not work actually, because the movement is actually not that big. I want now to try on the board when it's fully opened. Okay, they have this screw, and when I check, it's 6.2 for me. They ask for 4.8 drill. I have 4.5, which is, well, maybe 4.6 millimeters, something like that. This should be fine. And then I use 8 to open more space in the beginning to avoid cracks on the surface. And in the very beginning I will use really small drill because I want to be exactly in the center of the holes. Now I decided to change to 5 millimeters. Oh, no. So now I will first clean, then I put this Sikaflex to the holes. Well, this one is stronger than 291. Someone tells that Sikaflex is bad. I don't know, but that is the only one marine sealing, yeah, is available for me. So in your market, in the UK, you have much more options and interesting option. There is one ST1, if I remember right, ST1, yeah, you have. We can't buy this in Finland. So I put this to the holes and to the surface, and then I screw it without any words. Enjoy, because I'm not speaking. So it wasn't easy task to remove this ceiling from the hinge. Next time don't be stupid and put the ceiling to the hinge itself and at some distance from this hinge, how's to say, from the hinge, yeah, because the ceiling is strong and I'm afraid that it's stuck there. I've been using even compressed air and everything. Well, it was quite difficult. I returned the imitation of the water surface here. Yeah, and we need this distance clearance as they told 1.6 centimeters. Unfortunately, no matter how we tried to check it when it's on the place, yeah, and I'm trying to get 1.6 centimeters here, I hit the very bottom. I knew I will be there. Can you see it actually? Well, I think you can't. Yeah, now probably, yeah. So I knew I will be there, yeah, but I expected a little bit lower anyway. Yeah, but that's the only option that we have. So that should be the distance. I think you got the point. Yeah. Now I should mark location of this bracket. No, one more thing I wanted to show you. Yeah, okay, I can. Yeah, I can. So you can move in that direction because the bracket should naturally lay on the transom. Something like that it said in the user manual. I think you understand the point. Yeah. Okay. So I marked the location of the bracket here, you can see, and now I will just drill it with 3 holes. And that's, by the way, I show you that, yeah, we are at the very top. They offer this hole for the cable and they offer some sealing, but I don't need to drill through the transom because it's open space there. I put the cable here, it's also allowed. And so just remember it should be in that position, on that one. So I drill it, they offer the same screw for this job, then I connect it with actuators and we are pretty done with this side, I think. And yeah, let's see that the layer is not touched when it's fully closed. When it opened, of course it will touch, but yeah, we have no choice. I think that's all about this side, and I don't think I need to show the second side. It's just about repeating the same problems. So let's see probably on the final results if I don't meet any other problems that I want to show you. Well, by the way, I don't want to use screws there because they will be sharp here. Well, that's why I will use bolts. I will show you now what kind of bolts. Unfortunately, the 5mm drill that I have used exactly suitable for them. Yeah, this is my storage of screws. If you are in Europe, you can order from this Greek website. Yeah, guys in Greece supply this stuff. And this is hex. This is a marine grade stainless steel. Don't try to use anything else, just the marine grade stainless steel. 304 if I remember right. Yeah, washer and the nut, not self-locking unfortunately. Yeah, but that's it. So you can see I screw it this way. I don't like that there is no self-locking nuts, I mean with the plastic, but because I don't have the stainless steel one, I will buy and put on the top of this later, I think so. Otherwise you can see it's connected this way now. Yeah, and when I say use only stainless steel, not zinc or anything else, you can see, well, they are from this I removed. It's not the worst one already in garbage, and this is going to the garbage too. That's the final result without the cable yet, just one side. Half a day, I think even more. Yeah, you can see we have this connected here. Everything is strong. And this is simulation of the water surface, and here we have exactly like they ask to have, hey, focusing please, 1.59 or 6, please. Yep. Yeah, so everything is wonderful, as you can see. Exactly. Yeah, and about this spacing, they required 35 or something, 35.6 I think. It's quite difficult to measure, but if we put the line here, yeah, we are quite okay about this. So we have done everything by the instruction, absolutely. If it doesn't work, that it's not my fault. Now the very interesting moment, I will take the battery and let's see how it works. Hey Kisa, did we install these tabs in the right place or too high? It looks like too high, at least for you. I will try my best using all my 3 hands, connecting here, showing here, there. Well, you have seen the movement. Well, I'm a little bit surprised about the movement. I expected this goes longer. Let's see later on the water if it helps. Let's see. And it's quite quick. So from the bottom to the up position, it quickly. So that is the fully down position, and I wouldn't say that is too much. I don't know if this is right or not, but how it works. I will show you this up and down now, and also where the water surface. So guys, you have noticed, yeah, not much. And what I think now, it's 9 by 9. They actually have, if I remember right, 9 by width and 12 by length. And I think actually if I would have 12 by length, more than 9 by width I don't need, but 12, it would work better, because this actuator connection will be there, and one important thing is that the top connection will go then lower, I think. Yeah, I have what I have, but we will see if it helps. If it doesn't, then I don't like Lenco. But at least you don't make the same mistake as me. Well, I wouldn't say this mistake. I bought it 9 by 9 for 5 meters board as it's claimed. Well guys, I don't know if it will work. It just looks for me a little bit not workable, I would say. But using my video, you can now understand the challenge and the problems, and you probably want to consider 9 width and 12 length if you have short transom. So you at least can buy the right one in the beginning, yeah? So like my video if you think I help you. By the way, they don't have 12 by 9, they have 9 by 12. And yeah, that's nice that they have this picture here, so you can understand what is the length and width, because I was looking for this information somewhere else. Yeah, so we want to stay in the same width of 9 because I have layer there and I want to install the sensor anyway. So yeah, they don't have 12 by 9. That's the point. Of course, I could probably use 12 by 12, but now it is about absolutely different installation for everything. So guys, wish me luck. About the layer, so stair. How is actually called correctly in English? Guy, you should look first, then tell other people. So it's fully extracted now, and you can see it's not that bad. Yeah, well, but when it's okay, let me first put it up. So in that position it's absolutely fine. Yeah, so that's why I don't want 12. I could put 12 there, but no. Well, look guys, I even got the sensor here. Yep, this way. So, and we have this nice rig that I can buy in Finland. What it does, it allows to adjust the height of the sensor and also I can drill above the water line there and use nuts. Do you see my finger there? I don't want to stand up from my knees. So yeah, this way you can see the old place was here and it worked perfectly on any speed. I don't know what will be on now, but at least I'm happy that I could find the place for it. Yep. And yes, I will connect the cable here again. Yeah, by the way, stainless steel screw. Don't even try to use any other screw. This is the garbage, the previous garbage here, when you try to use any screw. No, just stainless steel, and then it will stay for 15 years without any problems. Yeah, I will use for the cable this Worth IC410. It's stainless steel with some extra covering. Yeah, take care about these small things too if you want to have a nice board. Well guys, the whole day, more than 8 working hours. Yeah, but I finally got this right side, starboard side, with the sensor in the top. Well, after I screw it, it's a little bit tough space here, but it not interfere so much anyway. I think I will still want to place the left or port side, yeah, because they don't have 12 length with 9 width. Yeah, and let's hope it works. We will know soon. You will know soon. Me, unfortunately, not soon. Maybe couple weeks, 1 month. I don't know yet when I try. Well, I decided to make the left port side because I remember my video about hydrofoil when I tested with the hydrofoil this board, and the inclination on the starboard side increased just because I have the hydrofoil in some position of the motor outboard. So it means that even slight difference, how it's to explain, when some big surface touches the water and slight difference make differences. Yeah, so I believe that even with this slight motion it will make the big difference. That's why I decided to install the left side, because I don't want to do this later. It's quite difficult actually, not that easy as it seems to be, especially to get them symmetric with the right. Yeah, you are trying to get some dimensions from this left side of the hull. First you come to here, then you look at the bottom structure. No, it's not symmetric. So I hope I did it symmetric now. Yeah, and we will see soon, and soon we'll see how it works. You will see soon. Me, unfortunately, not that soon yet. Look what happened when I drill this hole. I got water, and I think it's not the same place that you can open with this one, but it's somewhere here in the air bank in this one. So it's probably come from here or somewhere else. Yeah, that's why sealing is so important. And now I have to figure out first where this water comes from. We'll open this hole and let's see if it continues leaking here. So as you can see, there is no water at all, but it's still here. And it can't be that the water is there, of course. Yeah, I mean that it can't be that the water is on that level but not coming from there, so it's different place for sure. Yeah, it got more leakage with the bigger hole. So look the structure. On this side there is air bunk. Yeah, so it's like here, over there. Yep. And this doesn't go, so this is the air, and these are two points where you can access this air bunk, but I think that this is the point. Well, it's difficult to say. I don't know how they structured. No, I think they are enclosed there. So this is the big hole that we just opened. Okay, so there is another hole that we drilled. Oh yeah, we can see. Yeah, we can see. Yep, you can see. Well, one is, yeah, just one, I think. All others are in the air bunk. So we can see two screws are from the sensor brackets, and this is the hole we drilled. Yeah, by the way, we can see on that side, yeah, where we have them, we have just one or two. I think I have to do them bigger to understand more clearly. So once again, this hole we can see, these two screws we can see there. We could see this one and this little one. Now they are both big and you probably will see them better. And all these holes go to the air bunk. Yeah, and we have water leaking from here, which means that we have water in air bunk, and I hope it's not because of the bottom hit the stone in some place. I think it's just coming from some drainage, dry. Okay, through some opening that I drilled for some other purposes. Yeah, without thinking too much in the past. But not so much water actually. Yeah, that's good. I think it's ended. Actually, if I put bow up, probably there will be more leaking. Let's see. Now let's go again inside and look what is there. Yep, now we can clearly see these two holes, and the rest are going to the air bunk. Yep, the same should have been actually there. Yeah, looks like one hole is open, but it is not. So I put bow up and we can see what is happening there. I can hear water flowing and water coming. It looks like it's there, but it's just leaking by the bottom, and it goes from this hole. Yeah, I think I should have a plug. Actually, where can I have the plug now? Because this place is occupied, will be occupied by the top. This place is not interesting, it's covered by this plug. So Yeah, I don't have place for the plug anymore here then. So guys, you can see you can meet unexpected challenges when you install tabs. I will now try with the compressed air. Let's see what will happen. What happens? Well, I think you have seen. I didn't because my neck is not so long. Yeah, but when I put air here, I feel like it comes back from there when I remove the gun. That's quite interesting. Yeah, it's not the vacuum, of course, but it's air. There, air bunk, enclosed air, enclosed bunk. Even with the small hole, I feel the air coming back when I remove the gun. It's interesting if this point plug is related with that one. I actually have no idea. The manufacturer said that there is place for the removing water from the air bunk. I actually have no idea how to do this with just one hole. If you know, please let me know in comments, because of course the hole will be sealed. So what do I do next time if I have water there? I don't know. Look, here is no other holes, so I will be blowing and you probably will hear how the air returns. While everything is opened, in case if you meet the same problem, I recommend you to resolve this problem first, and I want to do this. I think either this point for the tent or this point for the cable that I have done maybe 15 years ago or so without thinking about this being air bunk. So probably water comes there. Yeah, I want to open and just seal this place. First I will check again with the compressed air that this point is related to this air bunk. So as you can see, you can meet different challenges during the installation. I highly recommend to resolve them immediately. Yeah, this place was definitely connected with this air bunk, and you can see there was no any sealing. I will seal this now, clean and seal, but this place it wasn't actually, it isn't connected with this air bunk. I don't know how it is. It looks like it's not connected with anything, but anyway, I will put sealed screw there. Okay, I removed everything that I had here, the old one, and put screws, stainless steel marine screws. Here I just sealed this place, and the new method I put marine sealing, the same Sikaflex here, a bit distance from the hinge, but I think it will go to the hinge anyway, and here just put sealing to the holes. That's it. Well, it's time to test it. Okay guys, I was able to handle to close this, yeah, and even put wires there. So I did this way. I will connect these cables, and I think it will be nice. Guys, don't be greedy. Use the long cable because I have made the short one and I realized that no, it won't be convenient because I need fishing the whole week. Yeah, I made the new one. Well, installed this way. Yeah, there was some problem with connections. Yeah, you have to use good connection. We can hear how it works. Actually, you don't hear the difference when the actuator goes and when it stops. There was something in an advertise about that you will hear the difference in sound. I don't hear anything. You can hear yourself. There is no difference. Yeah, I don't know what they mean. Okay, it's time to test. Not now, unfortunately. Okay guys, so I am on the lake. I already shortly tested this and I would say, well, it's not that like, I don't know how to say, convenient to manage this on the water first time, but I know it does help. So we will be testing today. I think you can see that I am inclined on the right, on the starboard. I have a helper today. Well, when we go, you will see more inclination. Yeah, okay, let's start. So, and everything is, we remember here is up and here is down. So everything is down now. We are not going to test the plane, how we go on the plane. We are going to test just about this inclination. Is it the right terminology? I'm not sure. Yeah, so I have to fix it by wheel right now, but okay, let's look. So yeah, so you can see I have to manage it, even my knee. So yeah, we need to get 30. Yeah, so now I think it's very clear for you that we are on the starboard. Yeah, now look what is happening when I want. So what I want this side up. Yeah, this side up means I'm here, but I'm already here at the bottom, so it means that then I need left side or port side down, and we remember down is up there. Look, so I am pushing this up. Look. Well guys, I think you can see it works. Shallow waters. No, we are not in shallow water. So that's probably the maximum, unfortunately. So I do believe I need 12 by 12 actually. But anyway, look, when I push it down, which means up for the left side. Yeah, we are going, as you can see, immediately. And again, and again, we are fixing position. It does help. Unfortunately, not that much as I would like to see. So guys, let's summarize. Yeah, well, it does work, yeah, but not as I expected. It's like in any things that are about size, depending on another size, you have to select something with extra tolerance. If you understand what I mean. Yeah, I'm still speaking about tops. Yeah, so it would be actually better here, the bigger top. If you remember, I was concerned about like too small movement. I think if it would have bigger movement, it wouldn't help. to fix to serious inclination, but I think dimensions will do, for sure will do. Yeah, so I would consider this Lenco fault. I would say that they don't have so they have like, you can use this up to 5 with something meters, then you can use the next one. It would be actually better advise them maybe on the board weight or something else, or a serious inclination, that you need the bigger one. Yeah, well, I do have what I have. Yeah, I could install the bigger one here. I'm not sure about the right starboard side, because there is layer, if you remember. Yeah, you can see it actually there. If I would do again this for 5 meter, yeah, so yeah, let us see this way. So it's like 5 meter fiberglass board, so I would use the bigger one. Yeah, so I can say I don't recommend the small one for exactly 5 meter board, at least of about these dimensions. I think it's 2 meters width I have. I don't remember exactly, something like that, I think. So use the bigger one if you are going with this. Okay, I think I covered about the tops. Let's speak about the switch. Switch is inconvenient, the manual switch. It doesn't matter. I don't say about my switch that I designed, but if it would be the original one, it wouldn't be convenient too. So yeah, this is American standard. With, for example, with light switching in their homes. When you want to turn on the light, you push it up. Oh, stop! You push it down. Yeah, in some parts of the world, when you wish to turn on something, you push it up. For example, the light switch. So, and here is the same. When you want like do something down, you actually push up. Well, you have to use this to understand it more. Of course, I could redesign, but you remember the idea was to repeat their switch. But actually, I think no, you should use automatic. I will test the automatic here again. Now I have concern about how automatic will work, and you will get another video. If you can withstand this English, then subscribe, like. We will see how it works. So I think it was long summarized, but at least you got the point. You got the point. Use bigger top actually if you are on the limit of the dimensions. Otherwise you can't fix a big inclination. It does fix inclination. It doesn't fix splashing problem. Yeah, we still have it here, and even more. And I think we have actually even problem with the plane, with going on the plane. Now having these tops, I mean that well, I just drive few minutes, but I feel that when I go on the 33 kilometers per hour, or 30, which is my normal plane speed for this board. Now with the tops, I feel that the bow is raised. Yeah, I have to use this more, but I don't want to keep all my recording here on my phone. They take space, so I will do this video, and then when the next one with the automatic switching, automatic panel will be tested, then I will do another video, and then I can say what was my experience during few fishing trips. Yeah, guys, so thank you, like, subscribe. I hope it was useful. Bye.